Hey Cardinals, I'm Katie.
And I'm Gabby.
And we're here for Cardinal News Network episode 13.
We are heading into the last few weeks of school, Cardinals, and we've got some fun stuff planned to get us through.
First, this next week and the week after that will be 4-day weeks, as if we don't have school on the 28th and 31st of May.
When we come back, we'll be working on a virtual yearbook in our advisory classes, so start thinking about your favorite things from this school year. In this episode, we've got all kinds of fun stuff for you, including sports updates and some fun feature questions, and of course, your riddles.
Let's go check it out, shall we?
Hey Cardinals, we're coming up to the end of the year and we got some important dates for you guys. The 6th, 7th, and 8th grade honor nights will be drive-by events this year in the driveway out front of Strong. 6th grade is on June 7th, 7th grade is on June 9th, and 8th grade is on June 10th. All honors drive-thrus are from 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock and are invite only, so make sure you check communication or invites. June 14th is our last day of school, and you will see all classes. Check with your advisory teachers for a scheduled breakdown of the day. Textbook and Chromebook returns are June 15th from 9 to 12 and 3 to 6, and June 16th from 9 to 1. You will just drive or walk up in front of Strong, turn your equipment in, and have a chance to say goodbye to your teachers.
Hey Cardinals! It's crazy to think that today is our last PYS event of the school year. While we are done with the big activities, we still have some wrap-up activities to do in June. Our June advisory lessons will include activities such as farewell Flipgrids, notes to say goodbye to our teachers, and our very own Strong virtual yearbook. Thank you to our PBS team who has worked so hard this year putting together these awesome events for us. We've enjoyed your hard work and dedication.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Weather, where I, Katie,
and me, Gio, who will be introducing this for the first.
This week is pretty warm out, and even though the temperatures are going to drop by a little bit, it looks like this kind of weather is going to be sticking around.
That side, it'll be super nice, so make sure to do the activities that you like to do. I really have no clue.
I don't personally like the heat, so I'm going to be sticking with my flannels during this summertime sadness.
Don't ask why I'm already wet. It's not the point. Probably should have said that, but of course I actually enjoy summer, unlike her. And I'm gonna get ready because it's coming.
Well, I think that will be all for this week.
Hey Cardinals, for this week's sports segment, we will be heading into only the most anticipated matchup, probably second, but this matchup, of course, being soccer, the Champions League final, which will be taking place. Of course, we already know this tournament has been filled with a lot of surprising stories, of course, a heck of a lot of underdog stories, including the loss Real Madrid had against a very, very surprising, of course, Chelsea team who somehow won. We really have no clue how, but they landed themselves a ticket into the UCL final. As for Real Madrid, Lord, how do you lose to a team who has no experience whatsoever, man? Like, they really had no idea how to approach the game, and you still managed to lose. Just had to acknowledge that. Of course, I'm a Barca fan, and they will not be talked about this. Probably shouldn't mention it, but heading into the actual finale of this tournament, Chelsea, of course, had an incredible underdog story that we did not expect. No one expected that at all. Like not even close. Anyways, they've had an incredible run. As I've already said, guys like N'Golo Kante, Thiago Silva, Timo Werner, who, don't get me wrong, can't score an open net to save his life. But even guys like Christian Pulisic can be included in this conversation, as they've really stepped up against big name competition, of course. I mostly have to give all the credit to the newly acquired manager, Thomas Tuchel. I really have no clue how to say his name, but man, does it sound cool. As I was saying, I really like how he's reshaped the mindset of Chelsea. They've really done it completely, as they now know how to play big name competition. Of course, this is the first example. But heading into the opponent's side, of course, that being Man City, who have overall just had a spectacular season. We really expected it. Of course, regarding the team that they have, they probably, they would have been in this scenario years ago if it wasn't for that unlucky stuff from, Raheem Sterling, if he knew how to kick a ball, properly. Anyways, it's not for roasting, but we mostly already know what the team is capable of doing. If they don't win, don't be surprised. If they do win, don't be surprised, at all. They have the more firepower. Since we know, we know what guys like Kevin De Bruyne can do. They have Bernardo Silva. We know what Ederson can do, that goalkeeper who's extremely world class. But that will conclude this week's sports segment. And the question of the day is, who do you think is winning it all? Hey Cardinals, of course I'm not talking like a speaker now because it's basically the middle of the night and I don't want to get, my parents are asleep and the whole situation. But of course, it's me again, doing your school sports at this time. Starting yet again with baseball, who flat out had a magnificent week. Overall, that regarding all 4 of their games, starting great overall team win, an absolute runaway performance against Wyandotte, tallying a score of 14-0. You heard, 14 runs. With a shutdown performance executed perfectly by guys like Yadier Ochoa and Leo Rodriguez. Just said that cherry on top. Even more special, this is the first win against Wyandotte since 2017, and they were able to get it done in dominant fashion. I must admit that. The next opponent being McBride with their doubleheader that took place, of course, at DeLuca, where they headed on to the current winning streak. Taking both of the games once again in spectacular fashion. Winning the first game by 4 runs, so that being 7-3, and winning the second in the possibly the most dynamic, dramatic way. That being a David Ochoa walk-off double, which certified the win for Melvin. Of course, that last opponent yesterday being River Rouge, where they absolutely cruised through a 10-4 victory. Overall, it was a great season for the team and ended up being the best season. It was probably the best season for Coach Hill, tallying up a 5-3 record in his 10-year. Anyways, that will wrap up baseball, and we'll be heading into softball. That will be due up, where they had yet again another incredibly solid week, scoring double-digit runs in both matchups. Where they played a doubleheader against McBride this past Tuesday, where they had an incredibly solid outing in both games. Of course, the following game is the one that we should truly talk about. Of course, as they absolutely played lights out. Only allowing the opponents to 1 run, but more importantly, putting a total of 18 runs on the board. Yes, you heard it. As the offense was really clicking for sure. Something to say, but shout out to Coach Meyer. Miss Meyer, but for the impact she's had on the softball team, for the way this year has played out, and going. Of course, we know it's an incredibly solid year, considering it is indeed her first year coaching softball for Melvin. So have to give it up for her. I also must shout out Anna Fredericks, who also has been playing absolutely lights out on the mound all season long, and have to give her credit for that. Now moving on to track. The track teams wrapped up their seasons last Friday at the league meet. Strong hosted the other schools at Cardinal Stadium, of course, and came away with the second place finishes for both boys and girls, finishing strong. Of course, Coach Elliott was proud of the team's efforts of the day, of course, including Amaya Victory, who finished first place, of course, in the 55 hurdles. Second place finishes came from girls in Ria, Kaya, Leana, Gabby, Alicia, as well as Jaime in long jump, and yours truly. I ran the mile. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I ran the mile, but again, I almost died. So yeah. But anyways, other strong efforts in the season came from Lana, Erica, Jimena, Jasmine on the girls' side, and Raimundo, Anise, Max, Mark, TK, Yusuf, and Munter on the boys' side. Looks like that will wrap up this week's school sports segment, and yeah.
Hey Cardinals, I'm Nightmare. I don't know about about you, but when I'm watching Netflix or watching a movie, I like to have a snack. My favorite snack when I'm on the couch and watching a TV show is hot Cheetos. But let's go check out what everyone else likes.
My favorite snack to eat while watching a movie is Lay's or chips in general.
My favorite snack while binge watching is for sure ice cream.
My favorite snack while binging a show probably have to be Capri Suns and or chocolate chip cookies.
My favorite snack to eat while I'm binge watching are probably Doritos.
Kit Kat flurry.
Okay.
I might have to go with the purple Doritos. Don't know what they're called. Probably too lazy to search them up, but 100% of the time you should be eating those if you're watching a movie or show.
Oh, my favorite thing to snack on when I watch a show is probably chips.
Hey Cardinals, it's Alicia. One of today's featured questions is, what is your favorite summer activity? Mine is very clearly skating and swimming. Let's check out what all of you guys think.
Of course, we know, during the summer we go outside, get sprayed by gravitational rain, play sports. That's the usual. Of course, I enjoyed those moments as well, some of them, but of course, we know there's one exception. And as we all know, your Lions play during the summer, well, part of the summer, but that's the point. Again, probably not answering this question correctly, but there can't be an excuse not watching a Lions game. That should be your favorite activity. I don't know, your brother's getting married, sorry. You can't attend it because you have to attend your Lions. Probably not answering the question again, but yeah, that's it.
Favorite summer activity probably have to be watching movies.
My favorite summer activity is probably touring different states and countries.
My favorite outdoor summer activity to do is play soccer with the boys.
Hey Cardinals, it's Josh. And my favorite summer activity, well, if you can tell by the hat, it's baseball. And, a second one is to go hang out with friends, but mainly baseball.
During the summer.
Swimming.
My favorite summer activity is to go swimming.
Hey Cardinals, I'm Camilla, and of course we can't finish watching this episode's podcast without seeing everyone's funny bloopers. Let's go check it out.
Oh my god, move out of the way! Move! We gotta film!
Alright, Cardinal, so I guess this will conclude this weather segment, and I was not forced to do this, I was, but I guess I don't have a pool, so this is the best I can do.
God!
My favorite summer.
Oh, here we have a perfect example, actually. Sir, I just wanted to ask you some questions. If you could stop with that hose, I'm really scared. Alright, let's set this up right here. Some questions, alright, so, first of all, I forgot my microphone, so, sorry about that, but...
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, so, what are your thoughts on this weather today? Yeah, Michigan, yeah.
Yeah, Michigan, weather's nice, sunny, yep, and sunny. I cleaned my car today, and clean car, sunny weather, and yep.
Hey, you're really scaring me with that hose. I really don't care about what you say about the weather, but
Yep.
alright, yeah, I needed that. So I really don't care what you think about the weather. This is just, you know, yeah. Second question.
Yep.
Because we all know nobody likes Michigan. Where would you move right after this?
I would go to Tesla. And just go out to California. Find like nice weather outside. And I don't know, Bakersfield's not sometimes right now.
Alright, so as you know, this guy is really wise. This has nothing to do with the weather, but you know, I have some more coverage times, so why not? Pretty interesting. Is there one last thing you would like to say to everyone?
Yep. And yep.